Hi. How are you, sir? Are you Muslim? Oh, okay, good, good. You're doing something, right?
Yeah.
Finish your time. Okay. I like to talk to Muslim because Muslims are friendly and also religious. I'm also religious, but I follow Isa. You follow Muhammad, right? Would you mind if I give you this for you to read? It would be an interesting piece of paper. They just talk about the message about the differences between Jesus as recorded in the Quran and also recorded in the Bible. You'll know that in Quran, Jesus is recorded as a prophet only, as a man. The Bible says that he's more than a man. He's both a prophet and also God. Right. So the difference between the two is that if he is only, according to Quran, he's only a man. He just teach you what to do, so you just follow. But in the Bible, he's more than a man. He's not only teaching you what to do, but he also help you what to do because he is God. He himself died on the cross, sacrificed himself, died on the cross, and he's resurrected. Today he's living among us. So he said he loves you and he has a wonderful plan for your life. If you repent and trust in Jesus, you can have eternal life here on earth. You don't have to wait for the judgment day. So only then you will know. In Islam, you need to wait for the judgment day. Say only then Allah will determine whether you can enter Jannah or go to hellfire. But in Jesus, since he is God, he said that if you have him, he is a way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through him. So through Jesus, you can experience the Father living in you. So you can experience his life here on earth. So that major differences. Have you heard this before?
Yeah.
You heard that before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Were you interested to explore? Are you interested to know about religion, about this in this regard?
Yeah, I was before. Before I looked into a lot before. Yeah, especially between the three, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, looking all three.
Oh, okay. So how much your conclusion is? What's your conclusion after your study? So far, what have you concluded about when you're studying about this?
Three?
Yeah, when you study in your past, when you study, right? What have you concluded right now? I'm sure you're born a Muslim background, right? You're a Muslim family, right? Okay. So what have you discovered in your study? Would you like to share?
The three seem very similar. I grew up Muslim, but I'm not Muslim now.
Oh, you're not a Muslim now. Oh, what happened?
Nothing happened. I just started questioning things and didn't get answers.
That's good. So you're a thinking person. But you still call yourself Muslim, but you don't follow the Islamic teaching, right?
Normally I don't call myself Muslim, but
You don't
people, think I'm Muslim.
Okay. So you
I still know
identify you identify as atheist rather than Muslim. Atheist.
Yeah.
No. Oh, you don't believe in that.
I grew up going to
Muslim
masjid.
background.
Yeah.
Masjid.
Yeah, I read the Quran twice. I know.
Oh, very good. I like to know you then. I like to know what have you discovered. Tell me something about what you have discovered. That's my interest. I interact with students and get to know different people, and then you have a unique situation that I want to find out. What happened?
What exactly do you want to know?
Why you don't want to believe in Islam anymore? If you have studied.
Between them, looking at them, they again the answers. I had a lot of questions that doesn't answer. Things like benevolence, saying that Allah is all loving, all knowing, and all powerful. It seems like the three can happen all at the same time, especially when the bad things still happen. And things like people getting what they deserve. A lot of people who should get certain things happen to them don't have that happen to them, and good people still have bad things happen to them. That sort of thing. Yeah.
So it seems like unfair.
Huh?
Seems like unfair if it is a God. If there's a God, if there's Allah is existing, it seems the things happening on earth doesn't tally with what he's saying in the Quran, that he is all loving, all mercy, and all whatever it is. So you find it doesn't tally what he's claiming. But when you don't believe in him, but your family know about that. Your family. No, they don't know. So you keep quiet. Because there would be problematic, right? Okay, you are wise. So it's okay. So I would know that it's not easy because Islam is, or Muslim is more than a religion. It's a culture by itself. So Islam become a culture of yourself, so you can hard time to entangle or to get away from it, right? Even though you don't believe, you don't practice, or you don't go to masjid, but there's a different story. So if you don't practice it, you don't go against them, there will be no harmful. Only when you go against them, you go vocal, right? You openly go against them, then trouble will come to you. Yeah, I got it. That is very good. So nobody will how about your family? Are they very religious? Your family members?
Pretty religious.
You how many brothers you
I
have?
have one older brother, one older sister.
Okay, your older brother religious?
Not so much. He's
Not so
more
much.
agnostic. Like he believes that there's something, but not necessarily.
Okay, gotcha. Your father?
My mother and father.
Are they religious?
Yes.
Oh, they're religious. Would they not teach you how to pray 5 times a
No,
day?
they did. And even after all that, after learning all of that, I asked more questions and couldn't get answers from them.
They
It seemed like
they
things
didn't
didn't match up. So
Okay, they didn't answer. They couldn't do anything also.
What?
They didn't think about it. Answer. They didn't think
my
about it.
parents?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't ask them. I'd ask the people in my masjid.
Masjid and the imam.
Yeah.
Okay. And then all these things doesn't tell you. But would you? You don't believe there's an existence of God by itself, right?
Yeah.
But you do believe there's a human rationality or human no soul? You think that human there's no soul?
I think for the most part that there's something, but I can't say what it is. I'm not gonna put a
Agnostic.
label on it.
Then you're an agnostic.
To an extent, but I've talked to other agnostic people, and I feel I have a different feeling towards it than most.
Different feeling of the existence of the creator, somewhat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if there is a God that is if there's a God that is existing, would you mind if you can know him personally?
What do you mean?
You can experience his presence in your life.
If I could, would I?
Yeah, if you can experience him personally.
Oh yeah, if I could, yeah, that would be proof. Yeah.
Okay. For the Islamic faith, they might not want you to question a lot of things because they don't have answer.
Most religions.
They say that Allah knows the best. That's a good escape for them, right?
But again, most religions are like that.
Most religion, but Christianity will allow you to encourage you to explore. Christianity will emphasize on evidence.
Well,
Evidence, for example, historical evidence. Of course,
Oh.
we cannot use science to prove because science have to repeat itself in the laboratory, right? We cannot use the kind of scientific proof to prove the existence of God or the existence of the miracle or this thing. So, but then you can use the historical evidence like the manuscript or even the historical record that you can counter check the Bible record. That for example, if Jesus whether he is really a man, because the Bible said that the Quran said that Jesus did not die on the cross. Jesus did not die on the cross, but the Bible said he died on the cross. There are two conflicts in the two records. So, but the Bible is consistent with the historical record. Both the non-Christian sources, like for example the Jews and also the Romans record, said that he died on the cross. Jesus really died. So that tallies. That two records tally with the Bible record, something like that. If you say that the Bible with the Bible today, the Bible record is really reliable or not, then we have to check the source, check all those manuscripts whether they're talking the same thing, taking the same message. So if the people, like for example, the Muslim accuse the Bible today is not reliable, he said that the Bible has to change, right? So we have to trace whether any way from where it has been changed. So we have to trace the man from the manuscript. From the manuscript, all this we have plenty of manuscripts, about 20 over 1,000 of manuscripts existing. Those are some of them are very close to the time of Jesus. So we check all these things. So we found out that the evidence that we have in manuscript tally what the Bible message today. So we find that we cannot say the Bible has changed. So with
that, the Bible hasn't changed. But through multiple testaments, I understand that's part of the record. Even with translations, that's what I've seen the main issue. In the original Hebrew, if you go all the way back, like certain things, like a big button issue would be like homophobia or homosexuality in general. In the verse that comes from in the old Hebrew, the term they use is close. It used to be translated as pedophilia, and the term is close to pedophilia. But then I got turned to
homosexual today.
And it's because like in the old Greek Roman areas where
So there will be a translation issue. There will be a translation. That's okay.
Back there, these pedophiles would be people who would assault young boys.
Okay.
So then it went from just young people to young boys to boys.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You raise up. That means I see that you are quite knowledgeable. You have done a pretty good research on that. So this will be a translation issue. So that would put that would not. We can go back and then study and then analyze and have a kind of good discussion about that. But the reliability of the Bible text today, even though we have translation, we have different various translation, It will not affect the main message of the Bible on the original. So it just traced down here. So even though we, like today, for several Christians, we have different versions of the Bible. You can use King James. I can use New American Standard Version. The other one can use New International Version. That will not matter for us as Christians. We study together. We just have a common discussion. We are agreeable. So there's no problem with the text or with the message that we're given. So it will be different from the Quran. Quran message. Quran say that it will be verbatim and also word for word. That would be something different. Word for word. That means the Quran claim that it is word for word is the same like the time in Muhammad. So that's a claim that is very shaky, because we discovered that today there's a lot of variance in the different Quran. Quran not only one version. Quran we have different versions, the Hafs and the Was, and then the other versions that we have available. But most genuine Muslims do not know. If you know, that would be good. I hope you know the various versions that we have in the Quran, Arabic version, not the translation, the Arabic version. So we have different versions. So the claim itself is debunked, So the claim itself said it is. You have the Quran today, the same Quran that they have in the time of Muhammad is not. That were not valid. So I don't have problem with the trustworthiness of the Quran of today, because we are concerned of the message, not the word, not word verbatim, not the word for word, dot for dot, that kind of issue. So we are talking about reliability in the sense of the message, not the magical power of preservation. So the Islam, they would also the Muslim, they would like to believe on the supernatural preservation of the Quran until today, because Quran stand a lot of like a superstitious belief. They want to use a superstitious belief to bind the people so they can believe on the Quran as a magical miracle of Allah, Muhammad has done, and then the miracle preserved until today.
It's not an unfair thing put on Islam, because then wouldn't the same thing be put on most of the holy texts, like with the Bible, the fact that the same messages continued.
We talk about, we allow errors, we allow mistakes on the human error, we allow scribable error, and we discover that it's true.
Those mistakes change the meaning completely. Like the thing I was talking about,
not the major message. For example, the salvation by faith, salvation by trust in Jesus.
Parts, but I think a lot of the parts that affect people come down to those details. Like what I was talking about before, with the pedophilia being turned to homosexual. It's putting focus away from punishing pedophilia.
That's why today a lot of Christians, they claim themselves based on that. There are a lot of Christians based on this argument. They want to say that they are too Christian. There are people who believe on that explanation. They take that kind of translation. They still say that they are good Christian. There are people who believe on that.
Oh, that's not really my issue. All I'm saying is that problem happens with all of the texts. With if the text gets changed, then the people will follow something a little bit different, and then they'll hurt people who don't need to be hurt. They'll avoid people who don't need to be avoided, things like that. So that even with translation issues, as a multiple version and all that stuff, it's hard to know what's the original, and if you don't have the original, then you're not doing the right thing.
Okay. So that we are open for discussion. That's why you said you are right, because we said a lot of cults, a lot of different sects has come up from Christianity, because they based on their translation, based on different versions, they based on different texts, they become a variance, they become a group that is divergent from the mainstream. So we still believe that is not major or issue. It would be a minor issue for minor sects that can come up. So we can have scholars that argue that trace back to the original text. And those are the people who knows the original language. So these are the ones that they have that we trust on their interpretation, their teaching, and then their analysis. So we still have a good solid kind of standing today, a good solid doctrine today. So the doctrine is not affected. The doctrine means the man belief system, especially on salvation. There will not be a possible divergence on the salvation, saying that the Bible says that you can have salvation today, trusting Jesus. The other version say that you don't have to trust Jesus, and you live your life, good life, and you can have salvation. There's no such divergence and such an extent. So we still believe that Bible basically saying that trust in Jesus, you can have salvation. You trust in Jesus by faith alone, you have salvation, and then the rest will fall accordingly. So that would be the major message we are concerned. If it is a divergence so drastic, then there will be a big issue. So it's not that. But not like today we have, of course, Islam, we have different doctrine, because Islam based on hadith and based on Quran, sometimes
I
Are you
don't
that's okay.
have a class. Yeah.
You have the class, okay, okay. But nice talking to you. I know something new. I learned something new that you have understand. I wish I could get to know more, hear from you. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, God bless you. Okay, bye bye.